Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today's video is all about hidden fortunes hiding in plain sight. We're diving deep into the world of the United States Lincoln Memorial 1-cent coins and revealing the most valuable top 5 rare examples that have shocked collectors and auction houses alike. These pennies may look ordinary at first glance, but depending on the mint mark, condition, and rare errors, some Lincoln Memorial cents have sold for thousands and even tens of thousands of dollars. If you've ever wondered whether a simple 1-cent coin in your pocket could be worth big money, this video might completely change how you look at pennies forever. So let's get started. First up, the 1964 Lincoln Memorial 1-cent, specifically the rare examples without a mint mark and showing signs of rust. At first glance, it may seem like just another penny from the 1960s, but for collectors, these coins represent a fascinating intersection of history, rarity, and potential financial value. In this video, we'll explore why this seemingly ordinary coin has captured the attention of serious collectors and auctioneers alike, and how even a rusty specimen can command impressive sums in the market. The Lincoln Memorial cent was first introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the earlier wheat penny design. The reverse of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a design that would remain in circulation for decades. The 1964 penny was minted during a pivotal moment in American history. It was the last year before the Coinage Act of 1995 changed the composition of U.S. cents, marking the end of the traditional 90% copper, 90% zinc alloy for pennies. These coins were produced in massive quantities at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the absence of a mint mark, making them a staple in everyday transactions. However, despite the high production numbers, certain conditions and anomalies like rust or mint errors can make individual coins surprisingly valuable. The 1964 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark has several defining features that collectors carefully examine. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the words "In God We Trust" arching above his head, liberty to the left, and the date 1964 to the right. The reverse showcases the finely detailed Lincoln Memorial with the inscription United States of America along the top and 1 cent at the bottom. Rusty coins, although sometimes overlooked, can reveal a lot about a coin's journey through time. The reddish-brown oxidation on the surface is a natural reaction of the copper alloy to moisture and air, and while it may seem like damage, it can sometimes enhance a coin's character and desirability if the overall design remains intact. The tens of millions could be considered rare. The rarity comes not from the quantity but from specific conditions and historical quirks. Collectors are particularly drawn to 1964 pennies that have survived in unusual conditions, including those with natural toning, slight errors, or, in this case, rust. Coins without a mint mark from this era that have maintained their full details, despite surface imperfections, can fetch attention because they represent a tangible piece of history that is increasingly scarce in higher grade or unique condition forms. The collector community often seeks out coins that tell a story, and a rusty 1964 Lincoln penny is no exception. While most 1964 Lincoln Memorial pennies are still worth just a few cents in circulated condition, rare examples without a mint mark in unusual states can fetch significantly higher prices. Depending on the extent of the rust, the coin's overall integrity, and market demand at auction, values can range from $203,000 for specimens that display exceptional detail or interesting characteristics. It's important to remember that numismatic value is highly subjective, influenced by collector interest, rarity, and historical significance rather than just metal content. For collectors interested in adding a 1964 Lincoln penny without a mint mark to their portfolio, careful attention is essential. First, examine the coin's condition closely. Even rust can be appealing if it does not obscure key details. Avoid harsh cleaning, as this can drastically reduce the coin's value. Consider consulting a professional grading service if you believe the coin has exceptional qualities, as certified coins often command higher prices at auction. Finally, study market trends and auction records to understand the demand and pricing for similar coins, as this will help you make informed buying or selling decisions. The 1964 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent without a mint mark may appear humble at first glance, but for those who understand numismatics, it offers a fascinating glimpse into history and the enduring allure of coin collecting. Rusty or worn, these coins carry stories of decades past, and when placed in the hands of the right collector, they can hold significant financial and historical value. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a curious newcomer, the 1964 Lincoln penny reminds us that even everyday coins can hold extraordinary secrets and unexpected fortunes. So next time you glance at a penny, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history worth far more than its face value. Next up, the Yiyang Lincoln Memorial 1 cent in dirty, circulated condition. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary penny, worn and tarnished from decades of circulation. However, this coin tells a story that goes far beyond its humble copper exterior. Whether you are a seasoned collector or someone just beginning to explore the world of rare coins, understanding the significance of this Lincoln penny could turn an overlooked coin into a potential collector's gem. The Lincoln Memorial Penny was first introduced in 1959, replacing the earlier wheat cent design that had been in circulation since 1909. The coin was created to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, featuring a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The Yiyang penny specifically was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small d beneath the date. This coin was produced during a period of high demand for pennies, yet certain factors, including minting errors, low circulation survival in pristine condition, and historical significance, have made coins from this era increasingly valuable to collectors. The Yiyang Lincoln Memorial Penny represents not just a piece of currency, but a small fragment of American history, capturing the mid-20th century economy, culture, and craftsmanship in a simple 1-cent coin. The Yiyang Lincoln Memorial Penny reveals several unique features that make it particularly interesting to collectors. The obverse showcases a finely detailed profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, with inscriptions of "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date Yiyang clearly visible. The reverse depicts the iconic Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., which replaced the wheat sheaves of earlier cents. On coins in circulated and dirty condition, the finer details such as Lincoln's facial lines, the inscriptions on the memorial, and the tiny steps leading up to it may be partially obscured, but these imperfections often tell a story of age, use, and authenticity that many collectors find appealing. Additionally, slight variations in strike, minting errors, or uneven toning can further increase a coin's desirability among dedicated numismatists. While millions of Yiyang Lincoln Memorial pennies were minted, surviving specimens in collectible condition, especially those showing unique characteristics or minor minting variations, are considered rare. Coins in dirty or circulated condition may still attract significant attention because collectors value the historical authenticity and natural patina that develop over decades. Many collectors seek these coins to complete date and mint mark sets, making the Yiyang Lincoln penny a key component in Lincoln Memorial penny collections. The market for such coins is competitive, with collectors often bidding aggressively at auctions to secure examples that display originality, even if they are not in pristine, uncirculated condition. The market value of a Yiyang Lincoln Memorial penny can vary widely depending on condition, rarity, and any unique attributes it may possess. In worn or dirty condition, these coins may typically sell for a modest premium above face value, often ranging from a few dollars up to $304,000 in standard circulated grades. However, coins exhibiting minor errors, strong toning, or exceptional preservation despite surface dirt can command much higher prices. Auction results have shown that collectors are willing to pay significant amounts for coins that complete a set or possess historical charm, sometimes reaching $304,000 or more when the coin has distinctive characteristics that set it apart from the millions of ordinary examples. If you are looking to collect or invest in Yiyang Lincoln Memorial pennies, there are several key tips to keep in mind. First, always handle coins carefully, preferably by the edges, to avoid adding scratches or fingerprints that can reduce value. Second, pay attention to the details of the coin's strike and toning, as subtle variations can significantly impact desirability. Third, consider consulting reputable coin guides or working with experienced numismatists to verify authenticity and condition before purchasing. Even dirty coins can hold significant historical and monetary value, so don't overlook coins simply because they appear worn or tarnished. Lastly, keeping coins in proper storage, away from humidity and extreme temperatures, will help preserve their integrity over time. The Yiyang Lincoln Memorial 1 cent, even in dirty condition, is far more than just a piece of copper. It is a testament to American history, a collectible treasure with unique features, and a coin that continues to attract the attention of collectors and investors alike. Whether you stumble upon one in a jar of loose change or acquire it through an auction, this coin has the potential to connect you with the legacy of Lincoln and the rich story of mid-20th century American coinage. For collectors, understanding its history, appreciating its details, and recognizing its market value can turn a simple penny into a fascinating collectible with both sentimental and financial significance. Next up, the 2000 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent without a mint mark have stories worth telling and values worth watching. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the history, the details, the rarity, and the surprising auction market potential of this penny that many people overlook despite its incredible numismatic significance. The 2000 Lincoln Memorial Cent was part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series that began in 1959 to honor the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of this coin features the familiar portrait of Lincoln, while the reverse shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. This design was created by Victor David Brenner obverse and Frank Gasparro reverse and remained in use until 2008, when it was replaced by the Shield reverse. The 2000 cent was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but the one we're focusing on today without a mint mark was struck at Philadelphia. In that year alone, over 5.5 billion of these Philadelphia coins were produced, making the basic issue extremely common in everyday circulation. At first glance, a 2000 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent may look just like the pennies you find in your pocket, but several key features give this coin its collectible identity. The coin is composed of copper-plated zinc, weighs 2.5 grams, and has a smooth edge with a diameter of 19 millimeters. On the obverse, you'll see Lincoln facing right with "I in God We Trust" above and the date to the right. On the reverse, a detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial stands beneath the motto "E Pluribus Unum" and above "United States of America" and 1 cent. But beyond these basic details, what makes many 2000 pennies especially interesting to collectors are varieties and condition rarities. Although the standard Philadelphia strike without a mint mark is common, there are subtle die variations like the so-called white AM variety, where the letters A and M in America have a wider separation due to the use of a proof reverse die. This variety is uncommon and greatly boosts collector interest. The huge mintage of the standard Philadelphia 2000 cents, collectors pay close attention to two main factors: condition and variety. A regular circulated example might still be worth only its face value of 1 cent, or at best a modest premium in uncirculated grades. But once you step into the world of uncirculated coins, especially those that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, values can climb dramatically. Condition rarities graded MS68 or MS69 RD red, reflecting outstanding original color and near-perfect surfaces, are exceedingly scarce. These high-grade examples are sought after by registry collectors who compete for the finest known specimens. As a result, some of these coins have been seen at auction fetching remarkable prices, sometimes exceeding $405,000 or more depending on the coin's grade and color designation. The white AM transitional die command an especially keen following even in mid-range grades because fewer examples exist compared to the standard close AM business strike. Collectors prize these varieties, which can push certain examples into the upper echelons of coin values when authenticated and graded. If you are interested in collecting or investing in these pennies, here are a few practical tips. First, always handle coins carefully. Oils and scratches from fingers can harm surface quality. Second, learn how to identify varieties like the white AM by examining the spacing of the letters on the reverse and the placement of designer initials. Third, consider submitting high-quality specimens for professional grading, because a certified grade can make a dramatic difference in value and buyer confidence. Finally, study auction records and price guides to understand what similar coins have sold for recently, and be wary of online listings that vastly overstate values without authentication. In the coin world, documented sales from reputable auctions and grading services are the true arbiters of market price. The 2000 Lincoln Memorial 1 cent with no mint mark is a fascinating example of how even the most ordinary coins can become extraordinary collectibles under the right circumstances. While most remain common pocket change, keen eyes and knowledgeable collectors know that subtle varieties and pristine conditions can reveal real value hidden in plain sight. Whether you're just starting out or you're adding to an advanced collection, these pennies offer a captivating blend of history, artistry, and market excitement. Keep exploring, keep learning, and you might just find your next numismatic treasure in the most unexpected places. Next up, the LUED Lincoln Memorial 1 cent. This coin, minted in Denver and bearing the distinctive D mint mark, is more than just a small copper piece. It's a historical artifact that tells a story of American culture, economy, and artistry from the early 1920s. Whether you are a seasoned collector or a curious newcomer, the LUED Lincoln penny is a coin that demands attention due to its rarity, unique characteristics, and potential to fetch impressive amounts in the auction market. In today's video, we'll explore its history, design, variations in condition, collector demand, current market value, and offered tips for anyone looking to invest in or identify this remarkable coin. The Lincoln Memorial 1 cent was first introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, replacing the long-standing wheat penny design. The reverse of the coin features the Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of the enduring legacy of the 16th president, while the obverse continues to display Lincoln's profile, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner in 1909. The EOUED Lincoln penny was produced at the Denver Mint, and while millions of these coins were struck, specific variations, errors, and conditions make some of them highly sought after today. This era in coin production was marked by a transition in minting techniques and materials, with attention to detail in both strike quality and finish, making surviving examples in pristine or unusual condition exceptionally desirable to collectors. The EOUED Lincoln penny appears similar to its contemporaries, but a closer examination reveals subtle features that can distinguish a common coin from a valuable collectible. The obverse showcases Lincoln's profile with sharp detail in the hair and beard, while the inscriptions "I in God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 1961 should be crisp and evenly spaced. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial is intricately detailed, with tiny engravings representing the statue of Lincoln within its columns, as well as clear inscriptions of United States of America and 1 cent. Coins that exhibit double dies, full steps on the memorial, or exceptional strike quality are particularly prized. Additionally, the coin's condition ranging from circulated and worn to mint state with a brilliant luster plays a critical role in determining its market value. Even minor imperfections, scratches, or discoloration can dramatically affect the coin's desirability and price among collectors. The EOUED Lincoln penny may not appear extremely rare at first glance due to its relatively high mintage. The reality is that truly high-quality examples are much less common. Coins in uncirculated condition, with full detail and minimal marks, are increasingly difficult to find, as most pennies from this era were used in everyday transactions, resulting in wear and damage over time. Collector demand for these coins has been steadily increasing, driven by both historical interest and investment potential. Coins with unusual toning, proof-like surfaces, or subtle minting errors can command particularly high attention. Many collectors seek to complete Lincoln penny sets, and missing a high-quality EOUED can leave a significant gap, making these coins even more valuable within the market. The current market value of a EOUED Lincoln Memorial penny varies widely depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. A coin in heavily circulated condition may only be worth a few cents above face value, but examples in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can fetch $506,000 at auctions or through specialized coin dealers. Coins exhibiting rare errors or exceptional toning can exceed these typical ranges, with collectors willing to pay premium prices for truly unique specimens. The market is highly dynamic, with prices influenced by coin grading, historical significance, and overall collector interest, making careful evaluation essential before buying or selling. For anyone interested in collecting EOUED Lincoln pennies, careful attention to detail is key. Always examine the coin's mint mark, strike quality, and overall condition, and consider seeking professional grading if the coin appears to be in uncirculated or exceptional condition. Handle coins carefully to avoid introducing scratches or fingerprints, and store them in protective holders or albums designed for long-term preservation. Research current market trends and auction results to understand the value range for coins in similar condition. For beginners, starting with circulated coins can be a cost-effective way to build a collection, while more experienced collectors may focus on rare errors, high-grade examples, or coins with unique toning to maximize both historical and financial value. The EOUED Lincoln Memorial 1 cent may seem like a humble penny, but it carries a rich history, intricate design, and potential for significant collector value. From its detailed portrayal of Lincoln and the iconic memorial to its appeal among collectors seeking high-quality or rare examples, this coin is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Whether you are exploring it as an investment, a collectible, or simply a piece of Americana, the EOUED Lincoln penny is a reminder that even the smallest coins can hold incredible stories and remarkable worth. Keep an eye out for these treasures, and remember that careful evaluation, preservation, and knowledge are the keys to unlocking the full value of this historic coin. Next up, the 1983 United States Lincoln Memorial 1 cent without a mint mark. At first glance, this seemingly ordinary coin may look like just another penny you'd find in a jar or loose change, but beneath its common exterior lies a fascinating story of minting transition, hidden rarities, and a collectible market that has surprised even seasoned numismatists. Today, we're exploring not just what makes this coin historically significant, but why certain examples, even in circulated condition, can command attention and dollars among collectors. The story of the Inyandu Baisan Lincoln Memorial Cent begins against the backdrop of a major change in U.S. coinage. By Inyandu Baiho, the U.S. Mint had officially shifted the 1-cent coin's composition from nearly pure copper to a copper-plated zinc core to reduce production costs. The 1983 penny was part of this new era and was minted primarily at the Philadelphia facility, which is why the no-mint mark version is associated with that location. During this transition, the mint produced billions of coins with over 7.75 billion struck at Philadelphia alone, making it one of the most abundant pennies of its era. Despite this seemingly endless supply, it's precisely this transitional context that sets the stage for rarity when unusual occurrences happen at the minting press and when coins survive decades of circulation yet still catch the eye of collectors. What separates the 1983 Lincoln Memorial Cent from other everyday pennies are its distinct design and physical qualities. On the obverse, you'll find the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, crafted by Victor D. Brenner, with "In God We Trust" above and "Liberty" to the side of his profile. The year 1983 is stamped clearly below. On the reverse side, the Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparro stands as a tribute to the nation's 16th president, with the inscriptions "United States of America" and 1 cent encircling the architectural icon. Unlike pre-1982 copper cents that weighed about 3.11 grams, these post-1982 zinc-based coins weigh approximately 2.5 grams and have a copper-colored plating. Though most look identical to the untrained eye, subtle differences in surface color, weight, or striking quality can reveal much about a coin's origin and potential value. The standard 1983 1-cent piece without a mint mark is considered very common in both circulated and uncirculated grades. A typical circulated coin with wear is often worth just its face value 1 cent or marginally above that depending on color and eye appeal. However, the story gets far more intriguing when we start talking about rarity and collector demand. Specialized varieties such as coins struck on incorrect planchets, die errors, or exceptional quality pieces can shift this coin from everyday change to collectible treasure. For example, while the vast majority of 1983 pennies are common, rare anomalies such as 1983 pennies struck on leftover copper planchets in error from the transition period are extremely scarce and have been known to bring in tens of thousands of dollars at auction. Even variations like double dies or off-center strikes command premiums as collectors seek these unusual pieces for their collections. When it comes to current market value in dollars, there's a wide range. The typical circulated 1983 Philadelphia penny may trade for just a cent or a few cents at most. In uncirculated mint state condition, the same coin might attract $607,000 or more, with better surfaces and preservation earning higher prices among hobbyists. On the opposite end of the spectrum, rare error coins, especially those struck on copper planchets or with notable double dies, have fetched five-figure sums in documented auctions. Some sales of particularly rare varieties have shown prices well above $607,000, reflecting both their scarcity and desirability among dedicated collectors. Even without spectacular errors, a pristine MS-65 example in a professional grading service holder can exceed standard values due to collector demand for superior quality survivors from a high mintage year. For collectors, whether you're just getting started or have been hunting coins for years, there are several key tips to keep in mind when evaluating your 1983 penny. First, always check the coin's weight. If you suspect a transitional planchet error or weight closer to the pre-1982 copper standard can signal something special. Use a loupe or magnifier to inspect for doubling on letters or uneven design elements that might suggest a die error. Condition matters hugely. Uncirculated examples or those with original red luster will generally encourage higher bids than worn, discolored pieces. If you believe your coin may be rare or valuable, consider having it graded by a respected third-party grading service, as professional authentication can significantly boost market confidence and price. Finally, stay informed and compare recent auction results for specific varieties, because the market can shift as new discoveries and collector trends emerge. The Yiangtu Baiseng Lincoln Memorial 1 cent with no mint mark may seem unremarkable at first glance, but this coin embodies a meaningful moment in U.S. minting history and offers a world of numismatic potential. Most coins remain common and hold sentimental or face value, but the true excitement comes from uncovering the rare gems, the transitional errors, and high-grade survivors that connect everyday pocket change with the dynamic world of coin collecting. Whether you found one in your pocket or are scanning through rolls in pursuit of treasure, the 1983 penny reminds us that even the smallest coins can carry big stories and, sometimes, Big value. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1983 Lincoln Memorial penny, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our coin collecting discoveries. And if you have a rare penny at home, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story.